Nothing breeds competition and camaraderie in a community like sports. It gets your adrenaline pumping. Sports has a unique way of bringing people together. Your First Coast sports team understands that. We go beyond the X's and O's and to the heart of the game, where wins don't always make winners and the L's don't necessarily make losers, and where the highlights sometimes mean more than the trophy. It's where the real stories are told.
Sports Finals sponsored by Farrah and Farrah, Sunday nights at 11:30 and streaming on First Coast News Plus.
I'm Chris Porter. Thanks so much for joining me this week. I'm so excited to have one of the high school basketball legends from our First Coast join me. She's Jacksonville native and Ribault's own Rennia Davis. Now, Rennia was just home recently. She was one of the 11 Ribault Trojans inducted into the Ribault Athletic Hall of Fame. Rennia led the Pressing Lady Trojans to 3 state titles and a national title. She then took her talents to Knoxville, Tennessee to play for the Lady Volunteers. After college, Rennia was selected 9th overall in the 2021 WNBA draft, and she's still playing pro ball. Rennia became the youngest inductee in the school's Athletic Hall of Fame. And look who's joining me tonight. My good friend, somebody that has me all smiles from Mexico, a Ribault legend, Rennia Davis. What's up, Rennia?
What's up, Chris? What's up? What's up?
Listen, I have been waiting so long to have this conversation with you because we have so much to talk about because we have not spoken in years. Let's start with you coming home last week and explaining why it is such a big deal to be inducted into the Ribault Athletic Hall of Fame.
Man, I'm still in disbelief, honestly. It's such an honor. If you from Jacksonville or even the whole state of Florida, like, you know, girls basketball at Ribault and just sports in general and how big it is. So I'm just blessed, man. Youngest one inducted ever. So it's a huge accomplishment for me.
Talk about what it means as a whole to be able to put on any jersey at Ribault.
Huge. I mean, like I said, Ribault is huge with sports. We have several athletes that have went on to play collegiate level sports and even some professionals that, like myself, who are still playing. So it's a huge deal to do it at Ribault.
Let's talk about your high school days. I said at the very top, we got video there in the box of you playing for the Pressing Lady Trojans. You led this team to 3 state championships. You also won a national title. Now that you've had some years to reflect on your career, have you really thought about, has it sank in what you were able to accomplish at a program that's so steeped in tradition?
No, it's crazy because, like, it was the norm for us. Like, and this is the humblest way I could say it. Like, we were there to win games, and that's what we did. Coach Sheila made sure that we knew that was the standard to win games. So, man, it was weird to not win. That one year that we didn't win state, I think junior year or sophomore year, we didn't win state my sophomore year. And that was a weird feeling. I mean, we're there to win games, to win championships. So that's what we did.
Rennia, how was it at such a young age dealing with the pressures of being at a place where Coach Sheila Pinnock, a legendary coach in herself, where you know it's state championship or bust?
It was no pressure.
Really?
I mean, it was no pressure. Like, on me personally, it was no pressure, man. I felt like we were so prepared all the time. Like, our coaching staff, the way we pushed each other in practice, the way we competed, we loved basketball. Like, me and my teammates loved basketball. Like, it was no pressure. Like, the game was fun for us, pretty much. Like, we went to the game and it was fun. Like, we competed so hard in practice all week. Like, we're ready for the game now.
All right, Rennia, whenever I have someone of your caliber on, sit up for me, Rennia, so your face won't be covered up by your name there.
Sorry.
It's all good. I like to go back down memory lane. A lot of folks, they see your glory, but they don't know your story. I want to start with the Police Athletic League. You had 2 coaches over there who told me a little something about how you had never played basketball. You wanted to play. Your mom was tripping. Take a listen.
This is unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable.
Bobby and Lucretia Norman have been coaching basketball for more than 2 decades. They met Rennia Davis the first year she signed up to play with the Police Athletic League.
At first, she couldn't even dribble the ball, nor shoot it, nor catch it. and she just wanted to play.
Yes, the McDonald's All-American, soon-to-be WNBA player Rennia Davis, at age 11, had no basketball skills. But Rennia had a desire to learn and work.
She wanted to eat everything. She wanted to learn. She didn't want to leave the gym.
The Normans say they nicknamed Rennia Desire because even at age 11, she always stayed after practice trying to master the game, with her mom in the background complaining.
It's what, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night time, and we still working on things, and Miss Davis can let me have it.
And I'm tired of my, kid running and
you run them too much anyway.
Running them too much, and
you don't take all that to play.
Take all that to play.
Oh yeah.
And just everything. So literally, sometimes she'll be like, "Come get in the car."
Right.
Come get in the car.
She'll try to pull out.
She'll try to pull her out, and Rennia did not want to go. She'll run around the court and she'll say, "Miss Lucretia, please talk to my mom." And I just say, "Okay, I got you, baby. I got you."
With Lucretia trying to convince Rennia's mom it's all a part of the process, her husband was helping Rennia develop her game. And by age 12, Coach Bobby says Rennia was balling. A decade later, the kid who came to PAL with no b-ball skills is now preparing to be a lottery pick in the 2021 WNBA draft. The Normans say it's just overwhelming.
I'm watching this kid who came to us and say, "I want to play college ball. I want to be in the WNBA," and to see a hometown hero, hometown hero, because that just gives me chills for saying it, because that's what she is.
And despite Rennia's mom coming close to stopping her from playing basketball, the Normans say Sheretta Davis deserves a whole lot of credit for her daughter's success.
Her mom is a strong woman, but her mom keeps her grounded.
Right.
I mean, you gotta give her a standing ovation. Her mom is a phenomenal woman, period.
No doubt about it. Ms. Sheretta Davis is a phenomenal woman. Before we talk about your mom, though, Rennia, let's go back to to PAL when you first started. It's hard for me to believe that you weren't balling from day one. Could you reminisce on those days for me, please?
I was not balling from day one, man. I don't want to say terrible. I was pretty close, man. I didn't like contact. I shot the ball with two hands. Like they said, I couldn't dribble. I couldn't really catch the ball, but I just knew I wanted to play basketball. That's all I knew. So some practices, like Coach Bobby said, he would get mad at me, and I would just run the entire practice. I didn't even touch a basketball. Everybody else would be practicing. He would make me run the entire time. And I would just run. Like, I never even complained about it. I just would run. I was just like, okay, as long as I'm at practice. And my mom hated it. She hated it. She hated it. She felt like I was being punished, but she see now it was just part of the process.
Rennia, when you're that young again, 10, 11 years old, seeing how well you can shoot, dribble, pass, defend, it's hard still for me to fathom that you were at such an elementary level during that time. What kept you motivated? How were you able to push through? I mean, because when you play ball at now, they're going to talk some trash to you when you can't play.
Yeah, they do. They talk a lot of trash. But I don't know, man. I honestly, I would always say, like, I want to be a professional basketball player. I want to be in the WNBA. But, like, I would just say it. Like, I don't know if I really believed that I could actually do it until I signed to the University of Tennessee. And I'm like, okay, I really have a chance now because this program is known for putting players in the WNBA. But before then, I would just say it. And I was pretty much manifesting it before I even knew what manifestation was. I was just speaking it over my life. Like, I want to play in the WNBA. Like, if I'm going to play basketball, I want to play at the highest level. And I took it serious since day one. And that's why I'm able to be a professional basketball player now.
How fitting they gave you the nickname Desire because of your desire to get better. Could you talk about how those PAL coaches really, the impact, the influence that they've had on your success?
Yeah, man. My first coaches, the Normans, Coach Bobby and Coach Lucretia, man, I love them for life. I always will. Huge part of the foundation and just huge part of my success. Honestly, Coach Bobby was probably one of the hardest coaches I've ever played for. When I say hard, I mean tough. Obviously, he was my very first coach, and I was an 11-year-old girl, and he was a grown man. So it was almost intimidating to play for him at times. So it was kind of like, yeah, I want to play basketball and get better, but also I'm just a little bit scared of Coach Bobby. So if he wants me to do something, I'm just going to do it, you know? And Miss Lucretia was so level-headed, always calm, such a calm presence all the time. Always able to get my mom to kind of, you know, see things from a different perspective. So they really balanced each other out well. And I would say they were a huge part of the foundation I have now.
Now, Rennia, we're going to continue going down memory lane because good thing your mom decided to allow you to play ball. Now, I'm going to show you this piece. I spoke with your mom the year that you were selected in the WNBA draft. And before we roll the piece, I want you to tilt your camera down. It's because I need to see more of you, Rennia. I've got too much headroom. But as you tilt down, take a listen to my conversation with your mom back in 2021.
We all happy for Rennia.
Sitting on her porch on the north side of Jacksonville, Rennia Davis, Rennia's mom, is beaming with joy. Rennia is living out a childhood dream. But that dream almost never happened. Come out. All right, Rennia, obviously we were having some troubles with the audio there, but that was basically a conversation with your mom and I. She was discussing how she was at first against you playing basketball, but she also talked about how wee hours in the morning, once you really were dedicated to playing the sport, how you would spend a lot of time out in the yard.
Yeah. I was outside a lot. I don't understand these iPad kids, man. That's a whole nother story for another day. But I was outside. Like I was outside with the boys. My mom, when I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna play basketball, she ended up getting me a basketball goal, and we ended up getting it set up right in front of the yard. And once she got me that, it was over with. It was over with. You couldn't separate me from the goal. And then I had neighborhood friends, boys obviously, who would come down and play. They always wanted to play one-on-one with me. So I was always challenged. I was always playing basketball, and I just loved basketball. I don't know where it came from because we have no athletes in my family, but I just loved it.
Talk about your relationship with your mom. I know when I arrived in Jacksonville, she was so kind when I first met you guys. It was at a Ribault game. I think she had made some of her infamous pasta salad, because you know I'm always looking for something to eat. But she's a tough woman, but she loves hard. Talk about the relationship that you have with your mom and how she is a big reason why you are where you are now.
Yeah, tough woman for sure, but love is at the center of it all when it comes to her. Man, she really just never let me settle. Growing up, she pretty much, you know, and I'm not just talking about basketball, I'm talking about everything. She even told me that I wasn't able to sign up for basketball unless I made straight A's on my report card. So, of course, I made straight A's. I made sure to make straight A's that semester because I wanted to play basketball. But she wasn't going to budge on that. Had I made 1B, I would not have been playing basketball. And so that's just what it was for her. She was very adamant about grades. And if you were going to do anything outside of school, like, you need to make sure that you're positioning yourself to be the best at that. Like, we're just not going to play basketball to play. We're going to challenge ourselves, and you're going to be as good as we can be. So the high school games, some games I thought I played good, and the drive back, I would hear the complete opposite the entire drive back. I'm like, I thought I played well. I thought I played good today. No, you did this wrong, this not like in a bad way, but it's like you could be better in these ways. And she's really the reason why I can never settle today, man. I just keep finding things to get better at, like, every time.
Also, in the pictures that we're showing, not only your mom, you have a very close relationship with your sister. And I also saw some photos of your late grandmother who you were very close to. And I remember with your blazer you had on that night, you had photos and the socks of your grandma. Could you talk about your relationship with your sister and your grandma as well?
Yeah, man, my family is everything. My family is literally everything. Those are the people I'm closest with. Those are the people who put me in positions to perform and just be exactly who I am. And so they're who I play for. And my sister is like my best friend. We're 13 months apart, so everybody thought we were twins growing up anyways. My mom used to dress us alike, so we were pretty much twins. Sometimes we would tell people we were. But yeah, we're pretty much best friends. And my grandma, rest her soul, like I was her favorite. She won't tell it. I don't tell it. Yeah, that's between me and her. But I was definitely her favorite, man. She made a few of my games. She was getting a little sick toward the end of my high school career, but she made my games. She made it to both of my graduations, high school and college. So I have some really great memories with my grandma as well.
All right, Rennia, before we get to all this pro stuff, I want to go down memory lane yet again, and then eventually we'll get to the present. In 2016, you were one of our Athlete of the Year finalists. You won it in 2017. But let's go back to 2016 when you did not win it, and that year you were our Athlete of the Week. Take a listen. Let's stay on the prep hardwood. When you say Ribault pressing Lady Trojans, people instantly think state champions. They won their 11th state title this year, which is a state record, and they were led by a prep star who's a chef in her off time, but a woman who served up some serious problems for the opposition. She's Ribault's own Rennia Davis.
Striving for excellence. Don't be afraid of it. It's right there.
At Ribault High School, Coach Sheila Pinnock gives her Lady Pressing Trojans no other option. You've got to strive for excellence, no excuses.
Fill it up, fill it up. Good job, good job.
Junior center / guard, Rennia Davis is an excellent player, one of the best prep girls basketball players in the country.
Rennia is ranked in the nation, and her goal is definitely to go up on that bar. If she's 20th in the nation, she's trying to get into the top 10.
Davis, who is a junior, leads the team in scoring, averaging just over 20 points per game. But what makes Rennia's game so sweet? At 6'1", she's got mad handles, she can create off the dribble, she's a fantastic passer, and she can stroke the three.
I know if I was able to play, I would be excited to have a player like her on my team.
Rennia isn't a woman of many words, but a true competitor.
It's like a target is on your back every year, but when you win in games, it feels good to beat all the teams that want to beat you.
Already enrolled in early college, Davis has a 3.8 GPA, and she's our Athlete of the Week.
It's an accomplishment that I haven't done. I've been in Ribault for 3 years, and I've led the team in scoring each year. It's a big accomplishment to me.
I'm so excited for her because I've been hoping that she was able to get this award quite some time ago, so it's very special. No time is too late to achieve excellence.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rennia Davis along with her head coach, Sheila Pinnock. First of all, so glad to have both of you ladies here. You talk about a season, you're only a junior, you win a state championship, that's extremely tough. Then you win a national title in New York, Madison Square Garden. Could you please sum up for me what your season was like?
It was unbelievable. For us to win state, that was big, considering the fact that we lost last year in the Final Four. And then to win at Madison Square Garden, like you said, that was huge. That basically was the icing on the cake.
Then you come home. The city just sets it out for you. What was that like, having the city just make it Ribault pressing Lady Trojans Day?
When we first got back, everybody was at the airport waiting on us, and then we had a parade, and we just been getting celebrated everywhere I go. I'm getting recognized and stuff since I was on the ESPN. And it's just been great. It makes me want to win it again next year.
Well, they've already said they're expecting you to win it again. Coach Pinnock, each and every year you turn over great talent year after year after. You don't rebuild, you simply reload. Rennia can shoot, she can play defense, she can pass the rock. What is it like being able to coach someone so talented?
It's a very special and unique situation to have a young lady at her size and with the skill set that she has, and the situations that she creates for our opponents every night. It's difficult for them to guard her or stop her. So no matter what the scouting plan is, she can make difficult situations for the opposing teams.
We've got the National Coach of the Year. We've got a national and state championship player here in Rennia Davis. Best of luck. Maybe you'll be our Athlete of the Year.
Thank you.
All right. So Rennia, young then, very shy. Obviously, you still look the same. You had the puffball on the top of your head. You didn't win it in 2016, but what was that moment like? You were coming off a national championship year, and you were a nominee at the time for our Athlete of the Year.
First off, just listening to me, I sound just like a little baby, man. It's just, it's crazy, man. Time has really, really passed, and just that was so long ago. That was almost a decade ago. If you think about it, but I don't even know how I felt in that moment. I can only remember good things. Like I won so many other awards in high school, and we won so many games. Like I don't know. Like I don't think that's that important to not have won that year that award for myself individually.
Well, you won it in 2017, and one of your biggest advocates was your high school head coach, Sheila Pennick. Could you talk about what it was like playing for her and the fire that burned inside of her to want to win year in and year out?
Oh, yeah. She's a winner. She's a winner in and out winner. And it's not just about winning on the court. And I think that's why we were so successful. I tell people that all the time. Like, it's not just about basketball with Coach Sheila. It's never been about that. It's about winning at life, and then everything just translate. You know, what you do on the court is what you do off the court, and how you show up off the court is how you show up on the court. So all of it just correlates. And Coach Sheila, to me, I consider her more of a life coach than a basketball coach. And again, another huge part of my foundation and why I'm still able to navigate through this professional realm, which is crazy at times, but I just learned so many life skills from her.
All right, let's keep it on the move, and we're getting closer and closer to the present. And let's take a look back to 2021 when your name was called in the WNBA draft. Take a listen.
In the 2021 WNBA draft, the Minnesota Lynx select Rennia.
An outstanding moment. I was there that night when you were selected by Minnesota back in 2021. Rennia, what was that moment like?
Best day of my life, hands down. Best day of my life. It's like we talked about earlier, since I was 11 years old, just saying I wanted to play in the WNBA and to going to play for Coach Sheila, then going to the University of Tennessee is where I started to believe that I actually could play in the WNBA. And then finally hearing my name called, like, best day of my life. The emotions you really can't explain. I still can't explain it to this day. It's just like, wow, like everything came together. Like, God is really amazing. It really worked out. It's kind of one of those surreal moments where you want something and you finally get it. Like, you don't even know what to say. But thank you, God. That's all you can say.
Rennia, obviously, once you were selected, you had a few injuries there, bumps in the road. What has this journey been like? And talk about some of the challenges that you faced in the on the professional level.
Yeah, it's been an experience for sure. I was always a humble kid, but this has humbled me in a different type of way. It's allowed me to see things from a different perspective. I got drafted to Minnesota, and then by day 3 of training camp, I couldn't walk on my foot. So I was out of it. I had no chance. The only thing that saved me was that in those 3 days, I was a good person. And so the coaches, they wanted to keep me around the team. So thank God I got paid that year to just kind of be around the team and just kind of learn the system of being in the WNBA. But it was tough, man. Mentally, I was set up to be Rookie of the Year, honestly, with the way that everything was going, the way that teams were drafting, and being that I was the only rookie on Minnesota that year that made the team. So I was in position to win Rookie of the Year that year. And then getting injured, it was like, I just turned 21 or 22 at the time, and it's what I had been working for my whole life. And then, I kind of felt like, I got taken away from me a little bit, initially. I was out for 10 months, and I've never not played basketball that long, like ever. The most I've ever not played basketball is 2 weeks, maybe a little small ankle sprain or something. But 10 months was insane to me. I went through a lot of different, things with mental health and just trying to just keep myself grounded, but it was really, really hard for me. I think that was a really hard year for me. And honestly, I'm just now getting up out of that hole mentally. It's more so for me now about being present. Of course, the WNBA is still the goal, but I want to stay present in what I'm doing now, which is playing in Mexico. And, you know, everything else will work itself out. I'm just grateful that I can play basketball because, again, I was out for 10 months and I couldn't even walk on my foot. And you know, I'm just glad now I can run up and down the court. I could play, I could shoot, I could defend. I'm back to my old self now. So whenever the opportunity does come again for me to be in the WNBA, I'm going to take it and I'm just going to roll with it. But for now, I'm cool. I'm just hooping, you know.
You've always been very transparent whenever I've talked to you, whether it's winning or if you dealt with struggles. But if you could, for a young lady who had known nothing but success in high school, in college, and then for you to feel like you were robbed with the injury, what were those low moments like?
I mean, they got pretty bad. I mean, like I said, I'm 21, I'm 22, I'm in a new city. I've never been to Minnesota. I've never even visited Minnesota. I'm from Florida. Like, why would I go visit Minnesota? I wouldn't. So I had no friends there. All of my teammates were older than me. Like I said, I was the only rookie. No family there. My mom did come visit me, and she was there with me through my surgery and everything, but she's not an athlete. She's never been injured. She doesn't get it. You know, it's different. And you know, unfortunately, a lot of people that started the journey with me, they left during that time as well. A lot of friends. I mean, it happens, but it was lonely more than anything, man. It was super lonely during that time. And man, sometimes I feel like I don't have nobody but me and God, you know? And that's a hard feeling because God is not really physically here with you, you know? And I'm the type of person, you know, if I'm going through something, I at least like to know that I have somebody here that cares and that, you know, that's here with me. But there was a lot of times when I was physically by myself during that injury. So it was hard. But I got really close with a lady named Emily, who I was doing my rehab with. We got really close. And yeah, I had some friends that came and visit in and out. But man, more than anything, it was just lonely. It was so lonely during that time. I couldn't play basketball and nobody understood I was going through the injury because my friends don't play sports.
What did you learn about Rennia from that situation that has made you a better woman, not just a basketball player?
Man, I learned a lot about myself, but I learned more about God during that time, I feel like, which might sound crazy, but I did. And I learned that he's in control. As much as I thought that maybe I was in control of a lot of things, like, he reminded me that he's in control. Mm-hmm. He reminded me that, you know, everything we experience is for a reason. And in the moments when we're going through hard stuff, like, you don't think about it like that. Mm-hmm. Like, you just don't. But now, 2-3 years post-surgery and post-injury, I'm back playing. Like, I understand that I needed to experience everything I experienced. Like, everything for me at that point had been, you know, pretty much uphill, you know. So, you know, what's the story without a little bit of something in the midst of it, you know? So I'm chilling, man. Right now, I'm really just grateful that I can hoop, seriously.
So let's talk about where you are now, the league you're playing for, the team you're playing for, and how things are going.
Yes, I'm playing in the summer league in Mexico. I'm not good with like names and all that stuff, but I think it's LNBPF. It's the top league in Mexico. There's actually a lot of former WNBA players that are playing in this league, and a lot of the players that are in camp now that will get waived, they will come play for this league as well too. So super competitive. It's short. I'm playing for a brand new team in Cancun, Mexico. So should be fun for me as well. We've played 2 games so far, and we're 2-0. So it's cool so far, but it's a competitive league and it's short, so it'll still give me time to be signed to the W if that opportunity does present itself later in the season.
Is that the ultimate goal?
Of course.
All right. Rennia, always so good to talk to you, always so transparent, always so real. You were an outstanding high school basketball player, college player, and an outstanding, right now, professional basketball player, pardon me. But I can tell you this, you are an even finer woman. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with me tonight.
Thank you so much, Chris, for having me.
Keep doing your thing. Stay in touch. Answer your phone when I call you, Rennia, sometimes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to do not disturb for you.
All right. Get you some rest. Thanks for talking to me.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Again, that was Rennia Davis, the Ribault Trojan legend, talking one-on-one about her journey from PAL here in Jacksonville all the way to pro ball playing in Mexico. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye, everybody.